Hey everyone, what's going on? I'm the Timmeister, and welcome back once again to the city of Dunswell. Here is the entire city in its glory. Sometimes I like to boot up the game and just gaze at the city and appreciate what it's become over the last 52 episodes. So in the last episode, I completely changed this area over here in South Dunswell. The whole road network changed, and we built this large shopping area, and I think it looks fantastic. So it's a shopping area slash business park. So there's these large office towers that have sprawled up, and it's like a mini downtown area for the southern part of the city. So what I'd like to do in this episode is expand on our metro network. Okay, so first of all, if I go into my transportation menu, you'll notice that our bus network is a tangled mess as a result of reconfiguring all these roads here. So I'm gonna have to get to that sooner than later. But what I'd like to do now is to expand on the metro network to service this area in South Dunswell. Because right now we don't really have anything over here as far as metro goes. It's all buses. And I think it would be fairly easy to just expand this south line here, just stretch it out, and to place a station over here near the mall. But we're gonna have to do a little bit of rejigging because of the way that the metro line is set up. So it's easier said than done, but I think I have a good plan on how I'm gonna make this work. So what I am going to do is to start to demolish part of this line. But before I do so, I think I'm just gonna preemptively delete the the airport line. So the airport line goes all the way from downtown to this main station here, and then it kind of zips its way in a sort of zigzag configuration all the way to the airport. And this is like one of our most popular lines too, so this is a pretty important, vital connection. So I'm gonna delete it. I'm gonna keep the game paused just for the moment. And what I'm going to do is demolish this station here. And I'm going to delete a portion of this metro line all the way over to this elevated area. And I'm going to make use of these brand new metro hubs that have just been released. The multi-level metro hub is what's going to go over in this area. So I'm going to turn off anarchy. But will it fit? This is going to be the challenge. So I'm going to have to reconfigure a portion of this area. Not really sure how I'm going to do that, but I think this block is not an option. I think I'll have to place it here. So let's get rid of these roads, and I'm just going to do a quick test. Yes, it'll fit here. I don't think it'll fit here, but honestly, I'd rather have it here. And it does not fit. But I don't know, it might fit. Should I use anarchy, or is that like going too far? Because it just like barely fits. I'm gonna place it down, see how. Oh, okay, yeah, no, that's not gonna work. Oops. And there goes the entire neighborhood. Okay, well, I guess that's not an option. Unfortunate. But over here should do fine. Now, the sunken line, I'm gonna have to rotate the station. So let me just clear out this whole neighborhood. Urban renewal at its finest. Okay, and then, oops, not there, here. So if I place my road right here, oops. I think if I place it right here, that should do. Yes. And if I turn off anarchy, it still fits. I'll place it right about here, and let's just check to see how it copes with the terrain. It's not ideal, but it could be worse. Okay, I think that's fine. There. So let's just quickly connect up these two metro lines. Let's go into tunnel mode. They're fairly spaced apart, so I'm just gonna do this. Oh crap. I may have like messed up the river. Hang on. I think I'll have to lower this. There. That should be all right. It's all underground anyway, you won't see it. Okay, so the purpose for this, you guys are probably wondering what's going on here, so I'll take a minute to explain. So this is going to be a sort of main hub area, similar to this hub over here, but they serve two different purposes. I guess this one here is to connect the train line to the metro network. This line over here will be the terminus for the airport line. Okay, so I know this might be a little weird and inefficient, but I think it's the best way to do this with what I want to do. So if you're, let's say you land in Dunswell and you want to take the metro to downtown or whatever. So what a person will have to do is embark on the metro. They'll run through this line. The terminus for the airport line will end here. You'll have to switch lines and then take an underground metro line, bloop, back to downtown. Okay, so I guess the underground line that runs all the way to downtown is now like the southern line, let's say, which continues straight, and the terminus for that line will be somewhere over here near the mall. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do for that yet, but we'll get there when we get there. And then, of course, we have this southern line here that runs east to west, all the way to Myrtle Park and Poho. And then its terminus is over here at this hub. I think I should have maybe left some room to lengthen this line and then maybe add a station over here, but whatever, it is what it is. Okay, so anyway, back to what we're doing over here. I think I'm gonna have to reconfigure this curve to make it line up with this track. So unfortunately, these folks are gonna have to go. It's kind of a shame because I really like this setup here. But it's all right. So what I'll have to do instead is a little something like here. Let's just bring the elevated section all the way to like here, I'm thinking. And then if I do this, oh wow. Is that a stroke of luck or what? Does this even work? Oh, it doesn't work without anarchy, but still. That's like almost as cool as what it used to be, and I'm fine with it. The only thing I'm not really fine with is the lack of pillars, so I'm just gonna use move it, and I'm going to copy and paste a few support pillars here. Like so. And I think they're both a little too low, so if I select both of them, just gonna raise them up a little bit, and boom, there you have it. And honestly, I think this way is a little bit more convenient too, because now it leaves me a bit more room for zonage. Actually, it's like a full 4 squares, so that's like the best case scenario. Okay, so let's go underground. Okay, so I got this connected. This line is going to continue straight. I'm actually going to have to lower it to clear this station. And actually, I think what I'm going to have to do here, because if you're departing from this station, this ground station here that has nothing to do with the airport, then there's no way to change lines. It's like you have to take the airport line, go over here, change lines again. That's kind of dumb. I think what I should do is something like this. Maybe plop down like 2 metro stations right by each other. I know it's not the most efficient thing, and I've kind of made a mess of this because both these lines are colliding, but they're underground, so it's fine. Don't worry about it. So I think what I'll have to do here is remove all of this. Connect this up like so. Then turn off collision. Okay, this is, oops. This is not really working out how I wanted it to. Oh my god. Okay, I think there. Let's do this. And let's replace our road before we forget. There we go. Oh, you know what? I maybe should have removed this yellow line. I'm gonna do that. Let's go here. South Dunswell line. I'm gonna remove that just so we don't create any problems for ourselves, because I know it, like, the game doesn't really like you to be moving lines and stuff around when there's an actual like line in use. So then let's connect up these 2 stations. Okay. So I hope this makes sense. I know it's probably not the most efficient thing, but if you want to change lines, you now just have to cross the street instead of like jumping on 3 different chains. So it works. I guess we can just use our imagination and pretend that there's like an underground tunnel or something that connects these 2. You know, Sims don't even mind walking in this game. Okay, so with that being done, we have 2 additional stations. I guess this one was kind of already here. Let's just work on the terminus station. I was looking at the hubs earlier, and I'll take a minute to talk about what's going on over here. So, look at our bus lines. Now, as a result of reconfiguring this entire road network, our bus lines are now a tangled mess, as you can see. So I think it would be in my best interest to maybe just have a bus hub over here. And then we can just connect all of these lines at the hub. Now, I know there's already a hub over here, but that's over there. I think merging all of these lines into one hub over in this area would be best. I'm gonna turn off anarchy, and let's shove. Oh, what is happening here? Why? Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I just turned off anarchy. Okay, well, something is a little messed up, because it's letting me place this anywhere. Uh-oh. Well, the game's glitched. Because I know... Oh, there's a fire station here and everything. Yeah, so I shouldn't be able to place this building down. Uh-oh. Well, it looks like anarchy's broken. Oh, wait a minute. I think I may know why. If I go in my roads, turn on collision. Yeah, that's probably what it was. There, that makes a little more sense. Okay, so this fire station's gonna have to move. Let's throw it just across the street, I suppose. See, it's not good to place them on these big avenues because they can only go one way when there's a median like that. I learned that the hard way. But if I place it just across the street here, that would work. There. Everybody's happy. Okay, and then let's place our Metro Inner City Bus Hub. And I am going to place it right about... right about here. And sure, why not? Let's rezone this into offices. There. So I think this is going to be a pretty efficient hub. It's going to connect all of these different bus lines running throughout the city to the metro system. So it's going to make a quick and easy way to get downtown. So let's just connect this up real quick. It should be pretty simple. The biggest challenge is crossing this avenue without connecting to it, and then making a nice smooth S-turn, just like that. Wow, look at that, guys. Beautiful. Okay, and now, yeah, we gotta recreate our metro lines. So this line will connect over here. And then let's make sure not to miss any stations. Making our way all the way downtown. And then we basically just retrace our steps all the way to South Dunswell. And look at that, this line is already green. It used to be green here running. So let's rename this to South. Okay. And then... oh yeah, we'll have to recreate the airport line, which just has 3 stations. So we have this one and this main hub, and then back to the airport. Let's change this to white and call it airport. And then we have our east to west line, starting from here. Let's not forget this new station. And then it'll run its way all the way to the west. And this line will eventually... oh no, okay, never mind. This is going to be the red line. It's going to keep going west. And what do we call this line? Because it's south, but we already have a south line. We already have a west line. And let's change its color. Let's have this nice bright yellow. And let's just call it the Victoria line. One last thing, guys, before I end this episode. I was kind of bothered by the fact that this at-grade line was not being used, so I decided to make use of it. So if I go in my transportation menu, you can see here that I've simply added it to the yellow line. So I did this off camera. I forgot to record it, but anyway, it's nothing major. So yeah, I just decided to make the hub a part of this yellow line just to make use of this at-grade section. And plus, it adds another station. It kind of renders this station redundant a little bit, but not really because it's only a few blocks away. And plus, this station is still being used quite a bit. So it's not really a big deal. And it just makes more sense to, instead of passengers having to like transfer from this station to this station by crossing the street and walking outside, blah, 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 they can simply just transfer lines from the hub without having to go outside. So that is one tiny little detail that I wanted to show you guys. And plus, I took a minute to beautify this whole little section here. I just added a couple plazas and some parks, and then made this little road here that connects up to our School of Economics. So it looks pretty cool. All right, guys. Well, there we have it. Once again, our metro network is complete. Well, it's not 100% complete. It's going to expand ever more, but at least we have a pretty solid system going on here. So we'll just have to wait a little bit and then check on its stats to make sure everything is operating normally. We'll give it a couple minutes here and we'll check on it in a little bit. But anyways, that is going to be it for this episode. Next episode, I'll get into reconfiguring the bus network over here in South Dunswell. I think that's going to be easier said than done, but we'll get there when we get there. So with all that being done, I thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe also. And until the next episode, please take care.